Welcome back to Soul Renovation. I'm Adeline Atlas, 7 times published author. You asked for flowers, the universe sent rain. What looks like a delay is often the delivery. What feels like denial is preparation in disguise. Rain isn't rejection. It's what grows the very thing you asked for. When you start to understand that, life stops feeling random and starts revealing its rhythm. I asked the universe for flowers, and it gave me rain. That's not disappointment. That's divine intelligence. Because sometimes the thing you asked for isn't ready to show up and bloom. It has to be built, rooted, nourished. And that nourishment doesn't always feel like sunlight. Sometimes it feels like storms, like endings, like silence, like discomfort. But what you have to realize is nothing grows without the rain. When you understand that, life stops feeling personal and starts feeling purposeful. You start realizing that the hard season wasn't punishment. It was preparation. You didn't get rejected. You got rerouted. That closed door didn't delay you. It protected you. The chaos you thought was unfair was actually watering your character so your blessings could have a strong enough foundation to land on. Let's be real. Everyone wants the flowers. Everyone wants the manifestation, the relationship, the peace, the platform, the money, the healing. But no one prays for the process. And yet, the process is where it all happens. You can't get the bloom without the breakdown. You can't hold the promise without building the roots. Rain represents everything uncomfortable, everything inconvenient. The stuff you never would have chosen, but absolutely needed to become who you were meant to be. Think about it. How many of your most profound breakthroughs came from breakdowns? How many of your most powerful prayers were answered in ways that didn't look like what you asked for, but became even better than what you thought you wanted? The flowers are symbolic. They represent what you want to see, but the rain is what makes you become the person who can receive it. That's the difference between people who manifest fast and people who stay in cycles. One group respects the rain, the other resents it. Respect the rain. Respect the seasons when no one's clapping, when your plans fall apart, when people exit without closure, when your spirit feels stretched and your timeline feels off. That's not failure. That's fertility. That's God breaking the soil. That's the universe rearranging what you thought you needed to make room for what's actually aligned. But most people don't wait it out. They mislabel the season. They say, "Why is this happening to me?" instead of asking, "What is this preparing me to carry?" They leave the garden halfway through the downpour, not realizing that the roots are getting stronger underground, even when nothing is visible on the surface. You've got to be the type of person who stays planted through the rain, who says, "I don't like this, but I trust this," who stops needing every blessing to be pretty and starts recognizing that the ugliest seasons often produce the most beautiful fruit. That's spiritual maturity. That's frequency alignment. That's when manifestation stops being fantasy and becomes reality. Because now you're not resisting the process. You're moving with it. So no, the rain wasn't a mistake. It was the first step toward the thing you asked for. You asked for strength. You got struggle. You asked for clarity. You got separation. You asked for peace. You got isolation. You asked for abundance. You got discipline. You asked for a partner. You got time alone to heal your patterns. That's not divine confusion. That's divine calibration. Because the flowers you want don't show up out of nowhere. They grow through storms, through seasons of pruning, through times where it looks like nothing is happening. And then suddenly, one day you realize everything was. And when the flowers do come, they'll land so gracefully, so precisely, so clearly in alignment that you'll finally look back on that rain and say, "I get it now." That's the moment life makes sense. That's the moment you stop asking, "Why me?" and start saying, "Thank you for making me ready." The School of Soul Vault is my private monthly membership designed for those who are done just listening and ready to start building. Inside, you get full access to my video series, the unfiltered teachings, the strategy, the game plans, everything I don't share anywhere else. If you're ready to grow in silence and rise with precision, this is where it happens. Join the vault. Monthly access, lifetime impact,